My back hurts really bad. I got like one spot. I was telling you, I need somebody. I'm gonna have him step on my back tonight. It's one spot in my lower back. I just can't pop it.
Welcome to 0 Hit Points, everybody. I'm Ryan Miller. It's Saturday, August 29th. He doesn't know what to do with his hands. Matt Amber.
Hi. Hey. I can touch you.
And back again for more.
Well, it's his front.
We're in his hotel room.
My front, my back, they're both here.
I don't want to know about that.
Adam Parkin.
Adam, I don't play PC games. Parkin.
Yes, well, that's... Yeah. Fair.
Goes without saying.
Adam, I like to go to Firaxis panels on my own.
Yes. Adam will be reporting on Firaxis in its entirety. Him being the adopted correspondent, unknowingly, literally haven't said one thing before right now. Parkin.
What?
We're back again. We're
Downhill.
doing this.
Downhill already.
Oh, yeah, you gotta go uphill to go downhill.
That's true. We're a flat surface. There's no peaks and valleys with us. It's just valley.
We are going to talk a little bit more about games than we talked about last time. We already got through whatever fake introduction we did yesterday. So I saw Run All Night.
How was that? Who was in it?
Taken in fake RoboCop.
Was Kingpin in it?
Kingpin. Oh, I forgot to mention. Yes, D'Onofrio was in it.
Okay, so we have to recap the whole thing.
You're right. Let's do this over.
Everything about. Let's do the whole thing.
The
Okay.
whole thing.
Hold on, everybody. Just don't turn us off. None of you.
Well,
but
you're kind of turning me off right now.
Don't worry. I'm going to put the mask on, and that'll bring it right back up. Okay.
I'm so glad we don't have the masks. We couldn't start. Maybe I'll put the music in later. I don't know. Maybe I'll just play it the whole time. It's the magic of editing.
As loud as possible.
As loud as possible.
I mean, thankfully, we're not live, so you can just edit.
You seem to be coming in okay down here, from what I can tell.
Thanks. I'm really glad I'm coming in anywhere. Wait. Shit.
We talked a little bit about how we were going to play today. It didn't quite go as planned. We thought about maybe going to Battleborn.
Okay, wait. Let's stop for just a brief second, because
we were getting something done.
Yeah, so here's the thing. For all of the nothing we seem to accomplish, mostly me, Ryan, we were initially, as we talked about yesterday, we were gonna get up early. We were gonna go and head straight to Battleborn. That was gonna be the plan, right? And we were all up for that plan. We were good. We did our live stream last night, also playing video games. So if you didn't watch that with us, check it out. We did play some Mortal Kombat. It was fun.
I just posted it before this. I haven't had a chance to even tweet it out, but it's live.
Yeah, it's great.
If you hunt on our YouTube channel, on the front page of most recent out.
Great. So, now that English has not been spoken, so what happened was we ended up getting out the door a little bit later this morning than we had intended.
It turns out it takes a long time to edit 2 to 3 hours worth of footage.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Twitch stream, it's always going to have an archive of what we do here. But meanwhile, we're also recording it at higher quality, so I'd rather put those on YouTube. We're recording also the audio in higher quality on these mics. Anyways, so
the point being that our intentions, while well intended,
sure, yes, intentions can be well intended.
Great. They were failures, and we did not achieve that goal. So now you can continue with whatever you were going to talk about.
I have no idea.
Great, good show. 0 hit point.
So we finished up putting the video out this morning. Got to the expo hall a little bit late. Yeah. I told you guys you could leave me, but they wouldn't.
Well, technically, I did.
Yeah,
Adam
put their
coffee.
clothes on. Okay, fair enough. Yes. Adam.
Well, I can't.
So I was like, okay.
I can't just sit around not naked.
I turned to Adam to say, "Hey, you could leave if you want," and he was gone. Basically, what happened.
Yeah, no, and it was funny. He ran out the door with just a towel on.
Yeah, he's like, "I'm Canadian."
Whoop-de-doo! Look at my maple leaf. That's what he calls it. Brown
strategically placed. We went to opposite ends, literally, on that one.
Yeah, well, okay, I believe not. What?
Poodle.
Oh, it's lovely.
So we didn't go to
What a day.
Battleborn.
What a
this
lovely
morning.
day.
We're going to Battleborn tomorrow morning.
Oh, well, okay.
For sure. This is also the reason why we're doing this a little bit earlier. If it seems a little bit brighter in the room, well, we went live. It's live. You can tell it's
Okay.
earlier because we went live later last time.
By the way, when he says brighter, he does mean illuminated, not the intelligence level, because I'm fairly certain it is completely bottomed out,
I'm not referring
based
to
on the fact that you had a whole 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah, if anything, we're a lot dumber than yesterday.
And
Dimmer. See?
Keep the Illuminati jokes coming.
I don't think we've done one yet, technically.
No, we just did.
So,
Shut
what
up.
did we do first?
I don't know. This show is terrible.
You went to Rock Band again.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about Rock Band 4?
Still like it.
What do you think about when semi-famous musicians come to Rock
That's
Band?
right, okay.
Yeah,
for-
that was actually pretty cool.
A little
So-
more about that.
Yeah. So
So yeah, the rock band thing showed up because I had a few other friends who wanted to play, so I wanted to hang out with them.
Friends.
Yeah, because I didn't want to hang out with you guys. And yeah, I got there and then realized there was a tweet that was put out somewhere saying that the Protomen were going to show up at 11 o'clock. So we kind of hung out afterward, and the Protomen showed up and got up on stage and
did you
did
touch
their
one?
thing. No,
Any
I
of
did
them?
not.
What were they?
I wasn't front for. I performed just before the Protomen came up.
Oh, so you were.
I opened for the Protomen.
You're a premature Protomaner. So tell me more about the Protomen. Did you talk to them? Did you look at them? What did they look like? Who were they? What are their names?
Crap.
Do they have an address?
Nah,
Where do they live?
nah.
I don't think you know much about the Protomen.
No, I don't.
All right. So a band that you really don't know about, you stayed and saw and were unimpressed by. That's really nice.
Yeah, it was cool.
I think that's a terrible thing to say. I don't understand why we're having this conversation.
Fair. We'll be back in just a second. It's going to sound a lot better when we get back.
It
That
won't.
I promise.
We're back. Doesn't that sound better? Hey, so if you tuned in yesterday, you found out we were a real fly-by-night operation.
Yeah, we crashed
There's,
repeatedly.
hey, this is what you get. Thanks for taking the trip.
We're the
With
Hudson
us.
Hawk.
This is what makes it
Of
interesting.
podcasts.
Are they going to do anything professionally? No. Is it still barely working? Yes.
Yeah, well, to be fair, even when we do the regular podcast, it's all barely
I'm
working.
very surprised any of this happens to do anything. You know, if let's just start the podcast right now, it'll be like nothing ever happened. You can't do that. That's only what I can do.
Yeah, no, I just want to be part of the
Wait,
team.
hold on. Either we have. Oh, wait. We might.
Don't just move on.
There's no way to tell when it actually goes live, because we're a fly-by-night operation. We use fly-by-night software.
I use hardware.
You do. You went to Rock Band.
Didn't we already
We talked about that.
Yeah.
Good.
You saw the Protomen. You had no information about them other than the fact that they played.
I thought you liked the
but-
Protomen. I thought you were a Protomen fan. Is it Protomen or Protoman?
Protoman.
Protomen. No, they're Protomen. There is a
There's more than
Protoman,
There's
but
a
there
woman
are
there, too.
there are. We'll see, and that's their problem. They can
Well,
deal with
yeah.
the sexism. I don't care. It's not my issue. I'm not getting involved in that fight with the Protomen and the Proto Lady.
So there's a Proto Lady
There was.
I don't know anything about it.
in the band?
I assume so.
Or she's just
She was singing with them.
she
She had
might-
makeup on.
She might have just been hanging out.
Hmm.
She's proto person, just chilling.
Yeah, it's
Maybe.
Proto persons now, really.
Yeah, that's
Proto
actually-
people.
Proto people.
Proto people.
Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of this band. It's,
Okay. Speaking
I
of
don't- I don't-
people, there was a panel on
Oh,
the
fuck.
PAX schedule for like a week that just said people doing panel. And then if
which
you
which
dug
elicited
into
a
it,
lot of really interesting concepts in my brain.
I signed up for it. I was excited to go. If you dug into it, it said panelists, and then underneath it listed people.
And it just said people. There was no actual names.
And I don't know if this was on purpose, but now today when we went back to it, it was a PewDiePie panel.
Yeah.
Is that how you say it? I like to say PewDiePie because I feel like that's not how it's said.
It's not.
Okay, it was a PewDiePie panel.
That's how you say
a
it.
PewDiePie panel.
A panel for Pewdies.
hmm Do you think they did that to? Is he? I mean, he's pretty big, right? Did they do that?
He makes more money on YouTube than anybody else as far as
than anybody
anything.
in this room.
Yeah, well, and that's just shocking because the quality shit we put out. No, he makes more. I think he's like the top grossing. He's still the top grossing YouTuber ever.
He's pretty gross.
Yeah, and well, I mean, his name is Felix, which I really like.
Felix Unger?
He's not Felix Unger. That's a really great
like
little
it?
reference.
Nice pull,
there.
right?
Yeah, yeah. Anybody? Come on, Felix Unger.
We pulled Enrico Palazzo and nobody wrote in about that.
I know. I'm so disappointed that nobody did the Enrico. It's Enrico Palazzo, which will be next year's cosplay for me.
So what did you think of the PewDiePie panel?
Oh, I don't have a damn clue because I would never set foot in that room.
It was in the main theater, and basically at this point, anything they put in the main theater is do this only on this day if that's all you want to do.
Yeah, you've got to be in line wicked early, and they actually they tweeted out this morning. PAX Line said, "Don't get in line before 9 o'clock because we won't let you." So they waited, but the panel was at 10:30.
And the panel was at 10:30,
and it was filled immediately.
Right.
Like that was as soon as lineup could happen. I'm sure the line went around the damn block, and I don't care about PewDiePie.
Which
I think PewDiePie is fantastic.
I'm sure, yeah.
I just don't. He's not interesting to me.
Yeah, none of us are watching, but yeah, we're not of the crowd that's gonna get all up in arms or
like
we're not haters.
No, we're not haters. We're supporters of Felix Unger. And none of us are really Minecraftians either. So, and that's kind of his.
Is that what he does mostly?
I think that's what he does. A lot of Minecraft Let's Plays.
Okay.
So.
Hey, they're not hit plays.
Nice.
Speaking of which, we already spoke of that.
Yeah, so let's not talk about it.
Last night's hit play. We'll be doing that again tonight, though.
And it'll have just as bad of audio.
It will, yeah. That audio will be bad on purpose. We can't fix that, yeah. No, I might work on the angle a little bit. I'm trying. It's an in the room shot. I'm trying to get us in there as well as the game, so it's not just a stream which we couldn't get all our voices into anyway.
If somebody is watching and they do want to see that, if you would prefer to just see the game screen, let us know because I think that would probably be easier for at least one of us.
You wouldn't be in the audio though. I don't know if we could get our voices in there at all.
No, I just mean just move the camera just right on top of that thing.
Well, that you definitely wouldn't do that.
I think it's a good idea.
On top of it,
look,
maybe they just want to see us. Maybe we turn it around.
Let me ask
you
you
can
a
only
question.
see our faces the whole
fast.
time.
Who here actually does video work? Because I don't think it's you. Yeah. Okay. Not adult video work.
This is why we talk in specifics. Okay, I got my cheat list here. You went to Rock Band. We split up again. That's what we do. Breaking up is easy to do.
Breaking up is not hard to do in any way.
We went to Mad Max.
We did.
We thought there might be a few people in line.
And there were not. we booked it. We were like, okay, we can't get into. There's no Fallout. We knew we weren't going to make it into Bloodborne. No, Battle Balls.
After the panel, I thought we'll never forget the name, and
I cannot remember it more at this point. I forget it even more. I don't know. Something less is more.
We went to Mad Max.
We maxed it out.
There was nobody. We went right there.
It was maximum go.
The devs themselves were like, "What are you guys doing here?"
Yeah, they were like, "We're barely demoing this damn game."
Xbox, I guess.
Yeah,
go for it.
Whatever. Do whatever you like.
So there was two choices on the demo.
Right.
One of them was supposedly more melee combat focused, and one of them was more car combat focused. I chose the car combat one because the game they've said 60% car combat.
Right, and as did I because I utterly hate car combat. So I wanted to find out if the game's going to be 60% car combat. I want to know if it's going to be something like I love Mad Max, so I want to like this game. But is car combat going to be a thing that I can get around? Because if you've listened to the show, I was into the Batmobile in Arkham Knight at first, and then I played it more, and I fucking hated it. Like I just got to the point where it was garbage, and the only reason I liked it was to shoot myself out of the thing. That was the highlight.
Or to shoot bad guys with
only in bullshit
like
wall hacks.
Like the Batmobile assisted takedowns.
Yeah. So this was important because if I'm going to spend hard-earned cash money dollars on a game that's mostly car combat, it better damn well be good car combat.
And For the most part, it was. So it did actually start with some melee combat, which
And by the way, the melee combat that it did start with was the stuff that everybody's already seen.
there was 3 guys.
They've shown this
same
spot over and over again.
Yeah.
So it was not
But
a thing.
It's solid. It wasn't as deep as Arkham Knight, maybe not even as deep as Arkham City, because they have the different enemy types. Anyways, I guess this could be in there
in this
somewhere,
little spot, right? Yeah.
And it is a WB game, so they've been known to lift. Shadow, did you play Shadows of Mordor? No, you don't have an Xbox One, right?
You don't have any.
Shadow X Battle Middle Earth. Supposedly that was a Batman game.
Shadow of
before
Battle of
it
Middle
was
Earth?
a Lord of the Rings game, and they've been known to share that combat between games. It's in this game. It's solid. It's not as deep yet in what I can see,
Right.
but it does feel really heavy. Like that whole game had a weight to it. Like
Unlike anything else I've ever really played either, which I think is very cool. Like when you actually
connect,
when you can, it's I don't know if it's because the animations are like when you're playing as Batman,
the sounds, and they had us in ear headphones that were freaking loud. Like I was looking for the volume button, I couldn't find it.
So like when you play Batman, like there's actually a lack of weight.
He's agile.
In the fight.
They trade on agility, instead,
right? And it's like you get to the point like when you do the cape punches. You cape the guy, he gets all dazed, and then you go to ape shit on the guy. Like you're not gonna do that in Mad Max. But so I don't know if the animations were slowed down slightly or something. But man, when you
it makes sense
when you sock somebody, like
he's a brawler. He's not a tactician or
right.
A Batman or whatever.
Yeah. And I like that. I thought that was actually good. And when you got hit, it actually felt like you got moved, you get hit in the back of the head or whatever, you stumble forward. The animation is good, it's fine, but you were like, God damn, like that sucked. Don't let that happen again. Whereas Batman, you're like, oh, you touched Batman, I'm gonna kick your ass, stupid thug-looking little son of a bitch. So it was.
But that part was quick.
Yeah, really fast. I didn't fight anybody else.
You can walk around the camp. You can pick up a car body, like literally. Which if this was Shadows of Just Cause, I don't know what is.
I don't even know what the hell you're comparing anything to.
So the camp had a bunch of things around it that you could pick up. One of them was a whole car body.
Yeah,
you just go down and hold A, and you pick it up. Like it's gone after that, and you have it.
Right, and so that's
you've
that's
picked
where they
up a whole car body.
So that's where they show like when you hold the button down, there's a little cut scene where he fires a flare into the air, and then in theory, what's supposed to happen is Chum Bucket shows up and takes the car body, and then you can change your car
and then
body.
what? Puts it in the car?
Yeah. Well, obviously, he's a really, really good mechanic. Okay, just because you don't have the skills to just take a car body off by yourself.
These are mechanical skills.
Yeah.
He's a
gearhead He's a gearhead that really, really wants to.
Science skills. This is like.
He's an engineer.
Time crunching. Okay.
There's time crunching now.
Whatever. He picked stuff up, and then apparently, like, I kept trying to drive off, and the girl kept telling me to like do something different because apparently there was stuff you have to do to advance the demo. But I don't know. I got in the car. Yeah.
I beat the guys up. I grabbed the car body.
Did they make you switch car bodies though? They made me switch.
Yeah, he told me to switch the car body, and then I put I grabbed the gas can, put the gas can in the back of the car, and then went.
As did I. Which it said there was like 3 buttons. You could ignite, and then something else, and then
you could throw it.
She's like, okay. She's like, you can put it in the back of the car if you want. I'm like, okay, I'll put it in the back of the car. I wanted to ignite it. Of course.
Well, you should have. You listen to these people. They're just telling you.
Make her upset.
Yeah.
You're playing the switch car bodies.
You're playing the game wrong. Look, they're not Bungie. Okay, this isn't Destiny. You're not playing it wrong.
Okay.
It's legit.
Then we were in the car. I was heading towards the green dot. We were after a convoy, so it was moving vehicles.
Yeah.
I hit a couple along the way, actually. I had
like a couple, as in like a man and a woman, or
yeah, they're a nice little couple.
They were just
walking. They were getting married.
Look at this car,
right? So
Gretchen and Henry, God damn it.
They
R.I.P.
They were just populating the world. They weren't the goal. They were just cars that I saw along the way.
Yeah.
And I had the harpoon out because I had to use it to get some more stuff out of the camp before I left. And I pulled a couple tires off. It goes into a quick focus mode before you shoot it.
Yeah.
There were several weapons that I could have used, but I kind of didn't ever get over the harpoon. I really wanted to use that more.
It's real fun. Real fun.
But then I eventually got to the convoy, and pulled off a couple more wheels. At one point, I was trying to stab somebody. I kept trying to harpoon some person, and I couldn't do it. Like you, and this isn't a knock on the game. Like we only played this for 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes.
Oh.
Anyways,
I don't know. Time.
Once you focus in on the car, different points will come up.
Yeah.
And then I think you linger on one or more, and then you can shoot that point. And one of them, the guy, he was getting out of the car and getting onto the side, and he kept blinking into shootable mode, but I couldn't get it to lock on. So I pulled off a bunch more tires.
So I did the tires. I did the same thing, obviously, so no real difference in how we got there. I puttered a little bit longer, like I drove around and kept crashing the car. So the one issue I had with the game wasn't necessarily with the game itself. It was how the demo was set up. They had no leeway. There was no slack for the headphones. So you were or the controller. So you were just kind of real close to the TV, and for me it was too close.
Yeah, my station wasn't like that.
No, yeah, this was I tried to step back and the headphones went whoop. Fuck. But I
would have been great. She was like, "Oh, thanks for playing. Hope you
enjoyed it. Go pre-order it." No, so I did all the same stuff to get to where you were. I did use the harpoon, and I successfully harpooned not only a war boy who'd gotten out of one of the cars. So highlight of the game for me right now is when you harpoon the guys, you can drag them with you. Just forget about them and go, and they'll just stay harpooned on the car.
Why I wanted to harpoon a guy.
So I harpooned a guy and just started puttering around. I started doing burnies and stuff because I wanted to see what the physics looked like. The people behind me were cracking up. They were like, "Look, you harpooned the guy." So I started driving along, and I see where the circles, the green dot for the objective. So I pressed the button to release him, and I thought he was just going to get dropped behind me. Nope. He goes sailing in front of me. He got like slingshotted, and he went flying across the map. I don't know. That was probably glitchy, but I was able to get a couple of guys out of the cars. I got one or two guys out with the harpoon. What are you doing right now?
I brought up the Twitch chat, so it wasn't that hard. Probably could have done it last time. If you guys want to chat in, whatever, we'll respond.
Can I hear the fan right there?
Yeah, the fan's gonna get a little.
Yeah. So the other thing I did was when the war boy actually got out of the car, I saw one of them crawl out onto the side of the car like he was going to jump off.
That's what my dude was doing.
So I saw the guy do it, and as he did it, I switched weapons to the Thunderpoon, which Thunderpoon.
I thought you just made that up.
Thunderpoon.
That's
the name they gave it, not this guy. I really like the name.
Well, to be fair,
it's similar to a
the
name
you've been giving lots of things.
Yeah, what a Thunderpoon. Let's go eat some Thunderpoon.
That's why it's just a burrito.
I'm aware Taco Del Mar's Thunderpoon is just really tasty. But the guy got out. I saw the guy getting out, so I immediately switched to the Thunderpoon. And as he was crawling out, I chucked the thing at him, and it detonated the car, blew the car up, and then I just see the war boy that was on top of the car go whee. All right, pretty good. I did use the shotgun once or twice also because I wanted to see how it felt, and I did it while I was driving. And it was actually kind of funny. I was cruising down the street following the convoy, and I was now in the thick of the convoy, and I pulled up.
It was 5 or 6 cars of the convoy.
Yeah, I had a couple of extras following me, but I turned around in the car, not in real life, obviously, because
your headset would come off.
It'd be so stupid. But I shot backwards at the tire of one of the cars, and it flipped the car, which caused another car to crash into it. And nice. And I got to go forward and then knock out the convoy leader, which effectively ended the demo.
So that's what I was hoping to get more of, because I like the mechanics. The mechanics are solid, and
they were solid. Yeah.
The whole focus before you shoot something. Mm-hmm. What I didn't get into the thick of it enough, and I can't remember why I stopped. I think I might have killed the captain vehicle first, and that kind of just ended everything.
It is, yeah. Going after the head of the convoy.
But yeah, I noticed that once you go into focus, it will you can focus behind you, and you can focus. It seems to me like the fun is going to be had in chaining all that stuff together.
Oh sure, yeah.
So yeah, I'm.
There's definitely a delay between anything you're doing, which is needed. So when you fire a harpoon, you can't immediately fire a harpoon again.
Maybe that's why I couldn't fire that.
There is a wait. You have to fire the harpoon, and then you can't even when you're slow down. There's a delay.
Right.
You have to and I don't think there's a meter anywhere. There was nothing that showed
I hope
it.
that's something you upgrade, maybe.
Nah, well,
It
how
could
would
be on the tree.
Well,
I don't
but
know.
with the harpoon, how would you do that? I mean, unless you
Well,
had if
how
you had
would-
a multi
the same
harpoon
way you
shooter,
put the car inside your car.
No, that's totally different. That's completely separate. Chumbucket does that. This is you. How do you do it? I mean, I guess if you had a multi harpoon shooter thing.
It could be on the tree. That's all I'm saying. I hope it is.
It could be.
Knowing Avalanche, it could very well be. They like to break their
Yeah.
games or give you a way to break their games.
So overall, the biggest detriment to the game, though, for me was definitely the driving was a bit squishy.
Combat was good. Driving was a little bit.
Squishy is the only way I could
Squishy.
say it. It didn't feel. It's like they took the weight of the fighting and tried to put it into the car, but instead of making the car feel heavy, it just kind of feels like you're not turning enough. It feels off.
And that's always one of the learning curves with a driving game, I think.
Right.
Like, is this going to feel squishy the whole time, or will I get the hang of it, and then I'll more just kind of get the feel or get what they were going to? Because obviously they don't want the cars to handle poorly. They want it to feel like it's handling well.
They might want them to handle
functionally.
poorly. I don't know.
Right?
I'm not a developer. I don't know what they want.
So, yeah, the question being, is that bad, always going to be that bad? Like, man, I just wish this would get better. Or is it going to be like, I get this now, and, or maybe when we start chaining stuff together, you get more experience at the combat.
Well, and there's some
less of an
definite there's some definite leeway there because they did very clearly state that the different car bodies that you'll find have and things that you add into the car, like the engine sizes, the grills, and all that stuff, change the physics of the vehicle. So the car is going to change a lot. You're going to have sharper turning. You'll have a faster car. You'll have a slower car. And I think this is kind of a slower vehicle at the beginning. I think that's kind of what it was. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But it was good.
No, I did go into the upgrade tree, and there was, because you unlock a couple new things that they want you to try out or learn how to put them on or whatever.
Yeah.
And I could see there was, I don't know, I can't say how deep it was exactly, but it looked, there was 7 different categories. This is probably out there. You can find it. It's probably information that's better talked about, not vaguely.
No, let's talk about it vaguely.
Fair.
Everything is vague.
After Mad Max, do you want to add anything about Mad Max?
After Mad Max. It's going to be the worst sequel.
Every sequel.
It's like After MASH. After MASH Max.
I don't know any of these
What if
things
Mad
you're talking
Max
about.
was in MASH? See, then fucking the Korean War would have been very different. Hawkeye Pierce, Mad Max.
Crazy meatball surgeons. Then we went to Rainbow Six. Did we go directly to Rainbow Six? I feel like we did something between that. Rainbow Six Siege.
No, we puttered around.
We did putter. Then we puttered.
Then we puttered. What? We puttered. It's a word. It's a phrase.
You puttered.
What did you do? Ambled?
Sauntered?
Sauntered? I guess I would say I probably ambled more than I puttered. I wasn't, puttering. I wasn't doing that. I was kind of...
Start every show with that now?
Yeah, it's recorded, not live, so you can do whatever you want with it.
Rainbow Six Siege. What did they... I'm trying to think.
So,
we did putter. They had Rainbow Six in 2 places. It's at the Microsoft booth. That's where
Yeah.
you can play it against people.
And we would never do
Oh,
anything
is
of
that
that.
the
difference?
Yeah, and that's stupid.
Which
We
I
would-
thought that's what the actual Ubisoft
You
booth was going to
would
be.
think they would do that at the Ubi booth.
But here's the good news. They had it on T-Hunt instead, which is...
Thunt.
And Adam can speak to this. Maybe for some weird reason, one of my favorite Rainbow Six modes, we played... You got to Elite on Rainbow Six 1, right?
Yep.
Was that what we played?
Yeah, last year at PAX, actually.
Well, yeah, that's true. We did, because it was games with gold, so we have it on
Yeah.
there.
It's one of the few games we had here that
I brought
was
the
working.
360. Yeah, we were just
Yeah.
playing whatever was on my drive at the time.
That's really
Rainbow
funny.
Six 1 had terrorist hunts. It was like the fastest way to get top rank, but like fastest being you still had to play. How many do you think we played?
Oh, thousands?
It's over, thousands, like over 2,000 probably. They're quick.
Seriously,
But-
Ass.0.
That's why I'm saying it's
Yeah,
it's
it was-
weird that I have fond memories of it, because why, like most other things like that, I'm like, stupid. Remember when we had to do that? That's just,
Yeah. It was weird.
remember
that it
when we
wasn't
were
a Brian.
forced to do that by our own brains?
Yeah.
the worst.
Well, yeah, I mean, and maybe that was it. That it wasn't like it didn't feel like a grind because it was actually kind of entertaining.
That's what I'm saying. It was
Yeah.
good. I still like T-Hunts. Anyways, this was a little bit different because it had an objective. Like we still had to arm a bomb, or I think maybe we were defusing it.
We were diffusing.
Okay,
I
were
was
defusing a bomb. Whatever.
I'm the diffuser.
You went there and pressed the button.
That's what they call me, the diffuser.
Yes, we don't know why.
Oh, it's because I block light because I'm so fat.
Hey, hi, Parzival and Beth Amberg. Can I ask about the Mad Max game? You can.
What would you like to know? We're more than happy to max you out with information. All
This
day.
could, if there were timestamps on this, I'm sure it would have been like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, wait, keeping
I'm
track
gonna keep
of
this
shit.
up like this so we can see the questions come in easier.
I don't know who these we people are.
Do you notice if there are any good female characters?
Well, I would not have. No, I didn't. There was no females
I don't think there were any.
in that demo at all.
There was a Furiosa cosplaying on the floor today.
Oh, there were multiple Furiosas.
Was there? Oh,
Yeah,
I saw
and
one.
actually, I saw on Thursday night I went out with somebody who dressed up as Furious, and she had her shit together. Like she had
Okay.
like legit things going on. Like her outfit.
One I saw was pretty good.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, there was no.
I didn't see any.
The latest gameplay that came out about Mad Max last week, I think, maybe 2 weeks ago,
There are definitely female characters.
shows one of the female characters that you get to,
Yeah, she's a drunken brawler.
the main one in the story.
Yeah,
No, she has a funny name, like Kim, like
Jong Il.
Cuckoo Kim. Yes, Kim Jong Il. That's who it was.
Kim Jong Il is
Beautiful lady.
Yeah,
Not just a
she's
nice woman.
She's in Max Mad. Different game.
But nothing in this demo. Nothing the one we played anyway.
Yeah, nothing we saw.
The car combat.
Yeah.
I don't know about the melee one. I mean, shoot, if there's nobody in line again at some point, maybe we'll.
I'll probably go
Give
back
the
there.
melee one a
Actually,
try.
I will probably go back not tomorrow, probably Monday, because I want to try I want to see what the difference is.
Right.
And I know that at one point you get to play with the sniper rifles, so
That's
I wa-
always fun.
Yeah,
Love me some sniper rifles
because-
because I'm good at them.
Yeah,
And I love people who use them.
and you're really attractive, so keep that up.
So no middle-aged badasses like me. Bummer. Is there anybody like Beth in this game? In any game.
There's
In
nobody-
the world.
There's nobody like Beth anywhere.
Bingo.
Yeah, no, she's a unique broad, man. Hey, you know what that means? I guess I'm in the doghouse.
We went to a couples counseling. We talked about this. Don't say that.
Sleeping on the couch.
sleeping on the
tonight.
couch.
Sleeping on the couch tonight. Rainbow Six, keep asking questions. Interrupt us anytime.
Yeah, we will.
Please,
we will
thank
not
you.
answer them. We will ignore everything you say.
I'll see them in 15 minutes, and we'll talk about what we're done talking about. Rainbow Six, we played against the AI T-Hunts, terrorist hunts, which they're not called terrorist hunts. They're not called terror hunts. They're called, one word, tarot hunts.
Yeah, and I was pissed to find out it had nothing to do with like the King of Pentacles and shit. It was like there were guns, and you're like, oh, terror.
The joke is tarot cards, folks.
Yeah.
That's not it.
No,
That's not the
is
joke.
that not the joke? Well, then nobody got it.
Nobody was supposed to. It wasn't a joke.
Okay. I'm scared for my life.
Good.
There's
Should be.
Rainbow Six Siege was a Rainbow Six game.
It was.
Honestly,
It was called Rainbow Six.
I was happy
It was
to
in
play-
the title right there.
It was. This is the best review it's ever. No, it's. We need to see more. I've been sneaking questions to everybody. The question I tried to sneak to this dude, and I kept trying it. So we had two guys that came talk to us.
Oh my
One of them
god,
was
these
a-
guys were just Jesus Christ.
One of them was a developer, knew his stuff. When I asked him about single player mode, he's like, nothing has been announced for that yet. He wasn't. He was very cool.
But he was playing the PR card.
Yeah,
that
so-
I can't.
So I'm like, okay, cool. Next dude we get, like every question we asked him was,
Oh my god.
I don't know.
They-
Cool kid, whatever. I mean, it's
Let's go crazy.
objectively funny that he didn't know what
It was
happening.
it was hilarious. So any question, it was anything. We were like, "What's your name?" This guy was just to the point where he was finally. Somebody asked him. I asked him, "What are we playing on? Are we playing on an Xbox or a PC with an Xbox controller or a PS4? What is it?" And he goes, I don't know. I'm like, "How the hell do you not know that?"
And then he disappeared.
And he was like, "Let me go ask somebody."
we were
And
like,
then he
"That
was
was
gone for
funny."
like 5 minutes. Like he couldn't just. What are we playing
Just
on?
looking at it.
Yeah, what is that? And then he came over and he said, I think it's an Xbox because it's an Xbox controller, but it looks a little weird. It's probably a PC.
That's a PS4. No, it was on Xbox.
And it wasn't. It was in Xbox. It was a dev Xbox. That's why.
The other thing they sprung on us in line was that there was an ongoing leaderboard, and this was he also went about this in a great way. He's like, so there's a leaderboard. If you guys decide to, you can be entered in the running, and the top 10 teams get to go or get in a drawing or get to try again to go out to LA and do something with the game there.
This is okay.
And the girl next
hold on,
to us.
wait, hold on for a second. When somebody says there's a leaderboard, you could be entered into a drawing if you choose. The first two questions out of your mouth should be, why would I not choose? And what are the things that put me on the leaderboard? What are the points? Those were the two questions. So there's 5 people on the team. 3 of the people had not ever played a Rainbow Six game. I was one of those people. Ryan and the guy who was with this other lady had played. The other 3 people, me, the lady, and this other dude, never touched it. First word out of her mouth was, "Okay, how do you?" Or she said, "Why would we not want to be on?
Yeah, we're
try
like,
to be on
what's
the
the
leaderboard?
choice here? Like, what
What do you not?
So if we don't get on the leaderboard, do we get like if we say no leaderboard?
Yeah, and the guy's like face, he went, I don't know.
Yeah.
And that's a good point.
They should probably save that for when the person because this is why leaderboards are the worst. I don't know why anytime anybody says leaderboard do I ever show any tiny a bit of interest or my brain should shut down. Like, oh, he said leaderboard. Stop listening, go home.
Just start drooling.
Yeah.
Just let it go.
Shut up.
Who cares?
Because the leaderboard, the top scores were like 11,000, 10,000. This is before we knew what gave us the scores. And then everybody below 1 and 2 was 5,000.
No, yeah, nobody had hit 6,000.
So we get up to people who know what they're talking about. We're like, okay, what gives us points? They told us it was like you can camp in a corner, shoot head height, so you can get a terrorist, go to the bomb as quickly as possible because then you get more time in the mode. And then he basically said the top dude got 81 kills all by himself.
All alone. And what he did.
From doing this camping thing in the corner.
So I actually went and checked out where the dude was. Because I wanted to figure, I wasn't going to do it because I can't waste my life like that. Valid tactic, not saying it's not. Just I respect myself too much to be that asshole. But I wanted to see this. So we every one of us goes up the damn top of the building, and we're like, okay, and we can figure out it's in this like there's a little thing like a little window that you can see down, you can rappel down. That's where he was sitting. He was just sitting up there, just shooting at the terrorists straight down. That's all he did. They told us that he was like 81 kills.
Oh, I see. I didn't hear that part.
Oh, he said he said 81 kills. The guy just sat there in one spot, figured out where they were going to come from, and bang, 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 and that's it. That's all the dude did.
Okay. Well, so the point being,
obnoxious.
The problem with leaderboards,
it's that
why we should have shut it off. Yeah, is because these two people, the 2 top ones, obviously were like, oh, okay, formed a team, came back, like strategized it. I guess is that what the yellow armband's for? Like we can come back.
I didn't kill
we
him.
still have to wait in line, don't we?
I don't know. I
Whatever.
didn't
They
get
let
one.
You come back. Anyways, so yeah.
I was not part of the
Whatever.
team, which is funny.
We did not make the leaderboard.
Oh! By the way, Rainbow Six, 1 life, you're dead. You're out.
T-Hunt, yeah, that's standard for T-Hunt.
Right. 3 people on the team never played the game before. 2 people had. One of the 2 people died. He was the only one that died in the whole game.
I still came in 3rd, thank you.
We finished the round successfully after he died. And he died with like a full minute to go on the detonation.
You're not telling the whole story.
Yo, yeah, I'm not telling the whole story. You played the game and died.
I committed suicide.
Wow, man.
Which we understand. Yeah, he committed suicide.
There was a lot of guys. One of them had a shield. I was like, if I throw a grenade at this guy, which, by the way, grenade was left bumper, not right bumper. I kept right bumpering all these guys, and I'm like, why aren't they dying? I'm like throwing gadgets at them. It's like, and there's like a camera coming up. I'm like, just explode. What's going on? Left bumper. So I did that, bounced off the first guy's shield, and I'm like, oh, that's a
right
grenade.
into your feet.
Yeah, just dead.
That was like it was as Naked Gun as you could
It
get.
was great, yeah.
Like
I
that was
put my
so
head down like this, and the guy that was like the moderator or whatever, the developer just kind of looked at me like, do you still like this game? I'm like, no, it's me.
I don't like
I killed
myself.
myself, or he was angry. Who knows? I don't know.
It was great. I was happy that you died.
But that was there was not enough there to be like, this is different from any other Rainbow Six game. Again, it seems like the big draw is going to be multiplayer.
Yeah,
we were playing against AI. I'm glad that T-Hunt is in there because I'll be happy to play that.
Yeah.
If it's like the past Rainbow Sixes, there'll probably be some sort of progression system. So
Yeah, and for me, not having played it before, I actually had a blast. I
Yeah,
really liked it. It was cool because I've always wanted to play
Right.
that kind of game where you get to do the breaching, but like a real thing where you really have to communicate. And we didn't talk a ton, but there was some communication. You know, we said, okay, I'm gonna go here, get behind me, I'm gonna set this down, blah blah, and that was fun. It was really kind of cool to do that, and I really enjoyed that because it allows me to scream "Stop resisting" over and over again while gunning people down.
from red to beta,
Oh Christ! What does this jack fuck want now?
I can't. It seems to be. I think it's Turkish.
Oh, I can't translate that. You son of a bitch.
It's been a while since Rainbow Six has been out. I think that's kind of enough. Like this plays like a solid Rainbow Six, and that would be enough for me. Like I'm happy to play another Rainbow Six.
Yeah, and I'm excited to
yeah.
I'm excited to try it and play it with at least one of you.
I
'Cause
want to know about the single player, but
the other one of us won't ever get an Xbox One to play video games because he doesn't like them or PCs.
then where did we go? Do you remember? Before I look at
After
achievements?
Rainbow Six, we did a bunch of panels, and then we went to
Incorrect.
we ate right after that.
We may have. I
Yeah,
don't know.
don't tell me my business, devil woman.
We went to Just Cause 3.
We did.
There was a short wait. You were talking to somebody, and we were standing next to the Just Cause 3 line, and I was like,
you just went, oh, I'm going to be in line, I guess.
I'm in the Just Cause 3 line, and then by the time you were done talking, we were pretty much up there. Not a big line.
No, it was like 20 minutes, which, I mean, for PAX, for a fairly large game like that, too, which has, by the way...
Yeah, I don't know. Is it not as big
there's
as we think, or?
No, I think it's still a pretty big game. I just feel like it's just a really rinky-dink booth that...
There was like
Enix put
7
out.
games there at once.
And
Yeah, it was the Square
really,
Enix
and it was
booth. Yeah.
really small, like really tight quarters, not a well designed booth area, I would say.
It was a little busy.
It was a little busy. But getting to the games, all of them were super fast and free shirts, so that was cool.
Yes, I didn't even know Just Cause 3. If
Neither
I
did
would have
I.
known, I would have gone.
I had no idea
But I didn't know.
until I played the game, and then the guy was like, "You on shirt?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "All right, here you go. Just let me draw a 3 on your hand." Okay, cool.
That sounds accurate.
3.
3. And they did the same thing for the demo that they did, that Mad Max did, which this is Far Cry did the same thing last year. I'm liking, yes, that is the appropriate name.
Hilarious joke.
I'm liking this. They give you options on what to play. You know, I mean,
Yeah. Okay. So
on the one hand, a focus demo is also good, obviously,
So
but you know,
the options for Just Cause in particular were specific to it was
5, 6.
I think there were 5 of them, but they were all
Did you play Just Cause 3?
like point based.
No.
Jump in anytime.
Yeah, it'd be helpful. It's super.
Sure.
It's just weird. It's
He
just,
likes being quiet. This is like we're treating him how he likes to be treated. Maybe.
Sure.
Okay.
we should
If you
dye,
could just say sure every now and then, that would be.
we should dye your hair red and put you in a corner. Redheaded stepchild.
Racist.
Wow. I am a piece of shit.
Um,
No. So the game, the options were like they were combo point based. So it was
Right.
get the most points you can get.
so there
blah, blah,
wasn't any, because I didn't get through all of them. I played 3 of them, but none of them were like story or
No.
anything. Okay.
No,
So
no,
they
no.
were all basically these. You likened them correctly, I think, to the AR challenges in
Yeah,
Arkham Knight,
yeah,
which
absolutely.
before Arkham Knight were called the challenge rooms. Just just that
Right.
kind of
Right.
set a high score type thing.
Yeah, and I mean this is ostensibly what they are.
Yeah.
But it's I think it's a little more interesting, honestly, than what Batman does, because these are
They're more
they're-
varied,
they're-
and
well,
that open world game is a lot more.
that's it. It's
nuts.
It's
and-
very
and
different.
Open.
It's
yeah.
a very different thing.
Batman always
but if
more
you're
focused
making
and-
you're right, if you're making the comparison as I am, I think that the Just Cause stuff is more interesting because it's like one of the things was do damage only with a rocket launcher. but you have your wingsuit, your parachute, your grappling hook, so you can bounce around the thing. And we were watching a guy, and I know you played it. I didn't actually play that one.
I played that one.
But
yeah.
we watched a dude. He grappled. He fired off his rocket, started taking down some buildings.
And there's no timer on wall. Like you can wall hang as long as you want.
Right.
You can. I mean, you do descend when you're flying with the wingsuit. So that you can't just fly or whatever, but you can parachute. If you fall all the way, that's why that dude's parachute opened. Well, the guy we were watching like fell to the ground from the top.
It was just such a weird
opened
animation.
real quick at the end, and then so that's why he didn't die because his parachute opened up.
But it was funny.
It does that automatically.
See, that's cool.
Yeah.
But it was funny because when he did it, when I saw it, like the way the animation was. So the game, by the way, the animation for that game I thought was super smooth, especially for all the stuff that was going on, like all the explosions and particle effects.
Never
and stuff.
chugged.
No chugging, and it looked good. I mean, it looked solid. But the guy, was really fucking funny. The dude he started tumbling down, just wah! And then this was one of those it was a thing. You could see him. Like, it looks like he bounced. Because the parachute didn't open until he hit the ground, and then it went, oh yeah, I gotta. It was like the game went, shit, he can't die like that.
It's classic Just Cause, really.
Yeah,
this is. It could have very well done that on purpose.
Yeah,
I like to think that they're so excited about this game that they don't have to get perfectly right. Like maybe it's just super easy to make now because they're like, oh hey, can you maybe make his parachute come out? Yeah, I can, but it does this weird jump. Oh, whatever.
Just go with it.
That's actually better, right?
What are we? Ubisoft.
This game's easy. Dude's just at his computer. This game's easy. Is that how it goes? You write code and stuff. That's accurate, right?
Yeah, somebody's
Sure.
like, hey, can you do this? And you just go,
Yeah.
oh, okay, it's on. I'm a developer. Look at me. Here's a video game and a website.
But I played 3 of those. One of them was the explosion thing. One of them was the tank thing, which the controls the controls were intuitive to me. Like
They were the controls
I
for
don't
that
know
tank.
if that was just me or what.
No.
Not even just the tank. Like I couldn't.
With it's because he's got so many gadgets and
Maybe
shit.
that's what.
But
it
the
is.
like.
but it felt like the buttons were in weird places.
I've
I've never played the game before, so obviously.
No, and that layout is actually pretty standard. But I had to stare at the little thing. Like I started the game and then I couldn't figure out how to get in the damn tank. Like I'm sitting there, I looked at the button, said press Y. I'm pressing Y. I'm like, why the fuck can I not get in the tank? So I start running around the thing. I'm not getting anything. And I finally jumped on top of it. Oh, that makes sense because you get into a
the
tank
hatch
from
right?
the top.
This isn't GTA.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking about.
But those were
I'm an
cool. The
idiot.
explosion ones were cool. The tank one functioned the same as the other one. The other one had unlimited rocket launcher missile
Having a
things.
Am I having a
I'm
seizure?
sorry. Are we
phone.
interrupting?
No,
Is that okay?
no, please take your
No,
call.
yeah,
Okay.
Is that? Yeah. Is it your wife? Gosh, just
I don't know.
people with wives. They're the
Should we
worst.
see?
Can you just give him a minute? Let's just be quiet here.
Go on.
I apologize. The other one I played was a wingsuit challenge where you had to fly through different rings, and each ring had a center ring where you could fly through to get more points. I actually got 4 stars.
You
on
did
that
really
one.
well
Yeah,
on that one. I watched that and I was like, I was watching that and I was thinking to myself, this is one of those things where, like, I see the calm on you, where you're just like, oh,
I'm in the zone, man.
yeah, like, you're just right there. No, you're just like, but you're standing there, and I could just see it. You're just like, so, like you're just stoic about the whole thing. You're like, I don't care what's happening. Fuck it, whatever. It's a game.
Not act. I was at least smiling.
No, you don't
No?
do that.
Okay.
I don't. Every time you do, you crack. But it was funny because I was watching, and I'm like, there is no chance in hell I will ever beat any score on anything. This is another one of those games where I am going to.
Have you gone back to my Arkham Knight scores yet?
No, or eat a dick. Yeah, that's your score. Here, you're number 1.
We got a question. We're gonna get to it in a second. I want to finish up whatever game this is, Just Cause. But the wingsuit is great. All right, the controls
It's fun. Yeah.
are great. They hit the sweet spot where the learning curve is quick, but it's not just flying an airplane. Like there's some play to it where you need to kind of always be correcting to a certain extent. And to me, that's really hard to do in a way that's still fun to play.
And they totally achieved that. I think
they did.
They
I thought that was
absolutely
why it
achieved
was really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that another great challenge.
It's a great job, Squeenix.
Yes, or Avalanche technically, but
Well, hey, I'm not giving them credit. They're just a piddly developer.
But it was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm excited for you to actually check out the world.
Play a
and
Just Cause.
It's gonna be cool when you see, like, especially when you get the dialogue and the stupidity of the story. Like, it's the same story every time. Yeah, I mean, every game is the same story.
Right.
Rico, save the world. Okay, let me just dive out of this plane because I happen to be there. Ha! But they are like they're such a prototypical, like, action game. Like,
Sure.
it's everything you want in, like, an Expendables movie, but in a video game, and done well without Rico.
To be fair, there's probably a little bit of that. In there.
I gotta put a wingsuit on, and I love a thing, Rico.
Vin Diesel?
Yeah,
Okay,
Vin
just
Diesel,
checking, just
because
checking.
Sylvester Stallone would never sell. God damn it! Everything about my life is awful. I'm sorry, everybody.
Another question from Twitch user Beth Amber.
I don't.
Any small indie games that are looking beautiful / fun? We actually did take.
I don't remember what the name of the game is. It was, I think it was called The Road to Canada.
The Death Road to
Death
Canada
Road to
or
Canada.
something like that. The Road of Death to Canada.
It's something to Canada and death. We got to take you to see this.
Okay.
Obviously,
Because you're Canadian.
I'm actually kind of into this game.
That's the joke.
So it's totally a very
It's not a joke.
yeah. There's nothing funny about you being Canadian. We're not joking. We're just jovial about
Wait,
your
you thought we were joking
heritage.
this whole time?
Maybe you should go back to Winnipeg and talk to your dad for a bit. I don't know. Sad. I don't want to go to Winnipeg. I don't like the Jets. So this game, it's like it was very. I don't want to say it's 8-bit because it's not, but it's that, like, pixelated look, you know.
Yeah.
And it's totally like a kind of a top down.
It's closer in than most, though.
It is. It's totally, yeah. Which is odd because it's like
It's
so
16-bit-ish, but closer in, so the bits.
the pixels are bigger,
big,
yeah. And so but it's one of those kind of Double Dragon style, but
Right.
more. It seems more open world than that. But it's basically just zombies coming at you all the time, and there were all sorts of weird weapons and shit. It looked actually kind of cool. I'm kind of into that. And there was Below. Looks really
the new
great.
Cappy game.
Looks
Cappy
incredible, and I don't even want to. That's just go watch a trailer for that.
Yeah.
I don't want to. It's that.
We did, which this is all coming. We did take a loop around the indie. Is it still called the Indie Mega Booth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was one other game that caught my eye, and I don't
The one that
remember
I
what
stopped
it
and
was.
looked at, I think it was in the Indie Mega Booth while you were doing something. Was Love in a No, actually that was down by the Telltale
Love in the Time
booth.
of Cholera.
Yes. It's a testament to our wives that's the thing that this brings to mind. So thank you.
I love you.
Love in a Dangerous Space Time, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
I mean, I can get sold on a title a lot of times, but
Yo, sure.
the look is also super cool. Like, I probably couldn't tell you much about the gameplay. It looks like you get in this big spaceship.
Yeah.
You're operating it cooperatively. There's different rooms, and you're trying to steer it in between asteroids, but it's all super neon, and it's like
It looks great.
Yeah, my interest is piqued. I don't know much more about it.
Yeah, maybe we should try and go do that as a couple. That'll be fun.
That is a beautiful indie.
The other indie game that definitely grabbed me, I have not gotten to play it yet. I've seen the video of it, and it was the single indie game that had a line that rapped. Like, it was the longest line for indie. Was it's called Don't Stop Talking. And we actually talked about
we talked about it last year, yeah.
But it's called Don't Stop Talking or Don't
Stop Talking or Everyone Explodes.
Yeah.
That's
this
it.
is like the bomb thing, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It's
So-
an Oculus game.
Right, and
Right.
they've clearly, so it's actually coming out in like October 9th. There's something like that. But I am fascinated by this game, and for anybody who hasn't seen it or heard about it, this is actually kind of like this is what I want from an Oculus, from a VR game. So you have two people that have to wear the Rifts, and one person has a bomb in front of them that has all sorts of buttons and wires and stuff, and the other person has an instruction manual that has a whole bunch of different bombs in it and different things, and they have to go through and figure out the clues to figure out what. So you have to tell them what the bomb looks like and describe it to them, and they have to flip through the manual to figure out what the bomb is, so they can tell you how to defuse it. That's the most brilliant idea, and I love that somebody immediately like hit this and they were like, VR, done, go. awesome.
Yeah.
I really want to
should
play
play
that
that sometime,
I
yeah.
think we should probably. That's the one we should probably like sit in the line for and try that because that just looks incredibly cool.
Not a quick demo either, so I mean
It's
that would
definitely
be
not going to
a
be a
time
quick demo.
commitment.
They also have a leaderboard, but their leaderboard is not as douchey as the other one because it's not like, oh, you're going to get to go to California and play my thing. It's just how fast can you do it? And I think that the quickest was like 140 something.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool
Maybe
though.
it isn't a quick demo. I don't know.
I don't know.
Again, we should play it.
Yes, we should. Let's do that.
I'm gonna
We'll be
skip
right back.
past. We went, yeah, we went to a panel, but I'm kind of gonna skip it. We're short on time. Let's wrap this up. But
Great. We went to a
especially
panel. Done.
It was called the 404
Breaking.
Oh,
the
you went to
internet.
Breaking the
you went to a
Internet.
panel. I didn't
You
go
were
to
at the
that.
last half or whatever.
Yeah, I
It
showed
was-
up late too.
It's a cool panel because it's got a member of the UCB theater.
Mhm.
Can't remember now.
Yeah.
But also Drew Scanlon was there from Giant Bomb, and
Eric Pope.
Eric Pope from
from
Harmonix.
So the lovely gentleman.
They
Eric Pope.
shared a bunch of positive.
We like Eric
It
Pope.
was kind of like a internet clip show, except it was positive videos, that were funny and stuff like that. Whatever. It was cool, but
And we saw one
Instead-
video that was definitely Ryan and me, which was cool.
the last one.
Not that last one, but the one just before the musicians, so like the Czech musicians or whatever.
Oh, that's right. Yes,
Totally.
there was a 1970s Russian or Czech.
It was like Eastern
musicians
European
thing.
something.
Polish
Yeah.
something, yeah.
We went to Lego Dimensions after that.
Oh my god. Okay, so before we get into Lego Dimensions, which I mean, there's a decent amount of information. I don't know how much we'll disseminate to you.
Not too much.
But the stop calling me people.
I'll call you people as often as I want.
No, this is live. You will call me nothing.
Yeah, if you want to get a hold of him, Twitch chat. All right.
Yeah, come on, Beth. Seriously,
You're talking
tell
on the
tell
phone
Ian to
instead
get
of-
on Twitch because stop calling me. I didn't actually want to sit in line for Lego Dimensions. Now, I love the Lego games. I have a ton of fun with them. Beth and I actually play them, and I love it. It's one of my favorite things to actually sit down like with her because we don't get to play a lot of games together, and that's a set of games that we both genuinely enjoy, and we both kind of have a similar sense of completion with a lot of it, and it's fun. We just don't get the time. So I didn't want to do this because number one, what my like third fucking most hated phrase of God all time in regards to video games is what Dimensions is. Please go ahead and enlighten everybody. I know you want to say it.
Oh, a Toys to Life
Oh,
game.
God, I hate it so much. But I do love the concept of it. So that was my preface. I did not want to go there. We went. I did not touch the game, but I was as involved as these two
But
monkeys
me
were.
and Adam did, yeah. It was a co-op demo, so me and Adam were able to play while Matt was hanging out. And a lot of this information has been released, but it was awesome to get hands on. They
Yeah.
had all the toys down there, the Lego pieces. They had the
So they had it was the Batmobile, Batman, Scooby Doo, Gandalf, Shell, the DeLorean.
the Batmobile. Did you say?
I said the
that? Okay,
Batmobile.
right.
Doctor Who, the time, the TARDIS,
Wild Style.
and Wild Style.
Right. Which Wild Style Batman and
Gandalf
Gandalf come
and
in
the
the starter
Batmobile
pack with the portal and all that.
and the Batmobile.
It's yes, I mean if you played a Lego game, you know exactly how the characters are going to move and what the buttons are that you're going to do and
Mm-hmm.
press and stuff like that.
And you're gonna understand the puzzles almost immediately. Like the puzzles will make some sense. You'll
Okay.
understand parts of them, but then there's added
It's
change.
very much that style, yes.
Yeah.
But you're going back like I'm super excited to get this game because my daughter is getting right there, right where she's like she could probably play a Lego game on her own at this point.
Well, let's lock her in a room and try it out.
And I should probably let her.
Yeah,
It's-
let's lock her in a
maybe I
room.
should put the Xbox downstairs.
Try it. Lock her in a room. Give her a feeder bar and a water thing.
That's
for
essentially
guinea
what
pigs.
a video game system is.
Yes, I support it.
Um,
Let video games
but
teach children.
this is a little more involved. Like,
Yeah.
you have to go back and forth, and you have to notice like what color the portal is changing.
Yes.
It depends on where your character is going and what. I mean, yeah, you'll get used to it as it goes, but yeah, right off the bat, it was a little bit more complicated than any other Lego game I've played in the past.
No, and what I like about that a lot is that it's the first one that I know of, anyways, that actually you are interacting with the portal on a regular basis. Because the
That's
other
true.
the
I
other
think
ones
the other ones you just
the other
stick
ones
them on
you
there.
you put the toy on there, and then okay, I don't want to use that one. You put the new one on there, and that's it. But this one, you can't actually you can't just go and set this up by your TV, go sit back way on your couch and play, because you're gonna have to get up a bunch of times and move pieces around.
You just unsold the game to so many people right now.
Well, that's their problem. It just means more copies for me. I'm buying.
Yeah,
all.
because you're gonna buy several copies.
Yep.
Yeah. This game is really good after the first or fifth or sixth copy.
Well, I figure what I'll do is I'll buy a bunch of them, and I'm just gonna pull the cord out of all of the portals.
What is it, parachutes?
So I can make a they're just gonna. So no, just so I can make one really long cord, so
okay.
so I can sit down. I don't have to get up.
That makes sense.
Yeah, the fat guy, all that.
But yeah, the kits were cool. The mini DeLorean, like we were looking
So-
at, we're like, oh,
That
this is
was
cool. And the
pretty
guy's like,
wicked.
oh, hold on a second. Gold wing doors pop up.
It
Like
was
little
so
girls.
great.
Yeah.
There was a tiny. I admit it. There was a tiny little ooh out of me when that happened. I was like, that's so cool.
Every new thing that he said.
It was exciting. It was
It's
stuff that we didn't
amazing.
know. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my god.
I thought it would get there and be like the dude at the top of the line, that was telling us before to get in, because our handler was a developer or whatever. The dude
Yeah.
at the top of the line didn't know as much. Like I was like, hey, this is the question I tried to sneak in there. I was like, you guys mentioned Midway a while ago, like, but you haven't said what characters are coming. And he's like, yeah, I'm not the one to ask about that. I'm like, okay.
Well,
But
thanks
then
for
we get-
nothing. Get away from this booth.
Then we get in there, and yeah, the dude's like giving us like all sorts of cool stuff. And this is the Midway get that I got. I haven't seen this anywhere else.
No, I haven't seen it, and what he said, I think that's brilliant. I love the sound of it.
Well, okay, yeah.
I like the sound
It
of it.
is. So I was like, hey, you guys mentioned Midway at one point. He's like, yeah, okay. What I can tell you is that the set is going to involve a boy, like a normal boy, not a Midway character, and it's going to come with like an arcade cabinet. Yeah, a normal boy. Yeah. It's going to come with a Midway cabinet as part of the kit. They didn't say what size the kit was going to be, so I don't know, because some of them come with 2, some of them come with 3.
Yeah, and
I
those
don't know
are
which one's
that's
gonna
that they have different titles for each thing. I
team
can't fucking
team
remember what
pack
those
or
are.
a pack kit or whatever. Here's my money.
Thank you.
But he
your
did
toy.
say that there would be Midway characters, didn't he? Okay.
Yeah.
But he didn't. He said all he could release was that you would get a boy that plays video games, and maybe a cabinet. Or
Yeah,
something
and what it
like that.
sounds like is that the cabinets are going to be okay. So
But
this is,
get
this
that.
Is,
What if the cabinets are
this
like
is-
like Mortal Kombat cabinets?
this is my
that you
guess.
build,
This is my
right?
guess. And here's the tidbit that I took away from all of this that I had never heard, and I don't know that this has been out there anywhere. So we picked up the Batmobile, and he mentioned that some characters can upgrade their stuff.
Right.
Yeah, that was
And we're like,
cool.
another
oh,
one,
okay,
yeah.
that's kind of cool. And you just assume you just go into the menu, you click a button, you fill out some form of tree, and that's it. Nope, Lego is not going to do that. You don't just go in and click a button and there it is. It's you go in and you actually end up with instructions on how to build the damn thing, and you have to reassemble the toy so that it's the upgraded version.
And it gives you the instruction booklet, and you turn the pages on it as you rebuild.
I'm going to ignore you
Oh,
for a few
please,
minutes.
no, please.
Yeah,
Again, I mean, if Adam can do it.
yeah no. Go ahead.
Wait, let's wrap this up. But yes, you page through it. It gives you the instructions. You're rebuilding it right there. Super freaking cool. And there were 3 levels to that too. So 3 different things you can build
Professionalism.
with this with the vehicles, anyways, the bigger things. We progress through the mission. It's drop in, drop out. You put the character on the pedestal. That character pops into the game.
Yeah.
The pedestal is LED lit in a way that changes colors gradually. If you've ever seen that before,
I've never seen colors change, especially gradually. What is gradually?
And they
mean?
use that for 2 different things. We talked about how the puzzles will come into play where you have to see what color is what and put
Oh
the
my
character
God,
where it needs
I
to
forgot
be.
about that.
But
yeah.
also there was a hot-cold mechanic where you needed to find a secret in the room. So you had to look at the thing, and as it gradually turned towards green, you knew you were going in the right direction.
And
It
then when
gradually turns toward red, you're going in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
So you kind of had to steer yourself until you got to it, and then you.
And when
could
you found it, you get a
solve the
little.
puzzle,
You got a
right.
little thing. The other one was the portal stuff. That where so there was points where you could, as Shell, you could put portals up on different walls.
Oh, right, the actual
and the portals,
portal of
the
the game,
portals
right,
were
correct.
different colors.
It's still endlessly confusing. for this game that contains a portal.
Not at all
for your,
confusing.
Your toys.
Not
and,
even a little bit.
Okay.
But it was cool. The portals that pop up on the screen changed color, and then you had to move the character you needed to go through that portal to that other side of the toy box thing.
Yeah.
Whatever they
Super
call
cool.
it.
For
Yeah.
all
was
we know
pretty
about
well.
that game, which was a lot, and I was still very sold on it. Like
I'm double
it was
sold.
a-
Yeah, and I
freaking
wasn't. And
blast
that's the
to
thing.
be
Is
able
like
to do
I
that.
knew I wanted it, but I wasn't sure that I was gonna pick that up. Like
and I gotta re-look it up, but I'm pretty sure this is like next month. This game comes
Yeah,
out.
I think so.
I
Okay.
think that's what he said.
Yeah, it's totally that's the Toys to Life game.
Right.
Like that's definitely going
Sorry?
to. Yeah, I know I said it. I know. I hate it. I
Toys.
yeah. Don't say any more. I said it. It's done.
Okay.
Shut up.
Fair. That was the last thing we saw. We came back here quick. Like I said, we're gonna wrap this up. If you tuned in, thank you again. I think
Yes.
today was a little bit better than yesterday.
Yeah, right at the beginning was the best part.
Yes, when everything was screwed up. You're right. Thank
Yeah.
you. I apologize.
I like making you feel good.
All the stuff that happened yesterday is posted in some way. It's going to be on the site at some point where we give you links. We do that thing. But again, if you know how to find your way to our YouTube, to our Twitch, to our Twitter, it's going to be there whenever we get somewhere that has internet connection. This stuff will be up again while we're doing it earlier, is so that we can get it
Earlier?
up early. Thank you.
Earlier! We're doing it earlier, yes! Here's a podcast earlier done. You may have it. Come on, come to me. You're terrifying.
Which means we will also be doing our hit play tonight a little bit earlier. I guess
Yes,
depending
and
on
I-
what happens, you might have some plans. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be
It's
there.
still going
but-
to happen tonight.
But
Tune in.
at least the two less attractive men will be here.
And that'll be what game? I say we do iDarb. Can I?
You can do whatever you want. This is your show. I'm not barely the co-host anymore. Adam does more for me. Adam does more than me on this show at this point.
Yeah.
Just by sitting there saying sure now and again.
Sure.
A+.
iDarb. That'll be. We're heading out to the Giant Bomb live panel right now. So that's over at like 10:30, maybe 11-ish PST. We'll be doing some of that. All right.
Actually, okay. All right.
All right.
Great.
Did you get?
I have nothing to add
All right.
at all ever.
There.